why, given that, like, we know that juice is, like, orange juice, I like grapefruit juice. It's so funny. I do material on something, and then I end up liking it. Like, I like hiking now, and now I like grapefruit juice. It's, like, it's so annoying. But like, orange juice and grapefruit juice, tomato juice, it's all, you're just drinking sugar, right? So it's like, why is there, when you go to a breakfast, it's still there. Do you know what I mean? And by the way, I like a
Well, it's
glass
there
of
the
orange
same
juice.
reason why pancakes are there.
Yeah.
Pancakes are there because people like them.
And the fact that cereal still exists when we know that's the worst thing to feed a child. Right?
It's fucking just sugar and shitty carbohydrates.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm such I always feel like such a hero when I, like, get my kids to eat eggs and bacon and there's no bread or anything. I'm like, I did it.
Yeah.
They just had protein.
They had healthy fats.
And then they go and they just probably eat candy. It's cool.
Yeah, orange juice, like a big 16-ounce glass of orange juice. That's so alien. Like, there's no other time when you're eating food naturally that you get that kind of a dose of sugar. Like, how much sugar is in, let's Google this. How much sugar is in a 16-ounce glass of fresh squeezed orange juice? I bet it's extraordinary. I bet the amount of oranges you would have to eat to get that sugar. And again, when you're eating an orange, you're eating it with the pulp and the fiber, and it digests more slowly. It's more natural. It's normal. It's the way your body likes fruit because fruit is delicious because it tricks your body into eating it, and then you eat the seeds, you shit them out, and then the seeds grow, and then plants grow. That's the whole nature hustle.
Yeah.
That's why fruit's so good for you. It's filled with vitamins.
I got two answers, unfortunately. First answer says 16-ounce glass is 37 grams, but then right below it, I see 24 grams per 8 ounces. So that would be
so it could be 50,
40,
48. It's a lot. That's a shit ton of sugar.
So, like, if you saw that on the back of a can of SpaghettiOs, you'd be like, well, I'm not, that's not good.
It's all sugar. But you would never be that much sugar in a can of SpaghettiOs. That's a shit ton of sugar. That's like more, what is how much sugar is in a Coca-Cola? Yeah, a 16
that's
ounce.
about what it is. It's the
Same
same as orange
thing.
juice.
So your body, other than getting vitamin C, is getting the same kind of sugar dose that you get from a glass of soda.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. It's delicious. Not bad every now and again.
There's a can of SpaghettiOs.
11 grams in a can of spaghetti. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah. But that's not 48.
It's also not 12 ounces. I don't know how big it is.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Ounce can.
Oh, it's only 4 ounces?
This is 15.8
Oh,
ounces,
15 ounces. Okay. So, yeah. So 11 ounces in the same basic volume.
So it's healthier to eat SpaghettiOs than to drink a glass of orange juice.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Well, then you're also getting the sugar from the wheat that's getting processed, the pasta in your body. Yeah.
What about gluten-free pasta? Because when, like, during the pandemic, you were like, all right, get rid of bread and sugar and see what you do. And so when I would cheat and I would have, like, gluten-free pizza, and by the way, you bring that up to an Italian, they're like, we don't do gluten-free pizza.
Yeah.
But, like, if you have gluten-free pizza or gluten-free pasta, is that better, or am I just kidding myself?
It really depends on what it's made out of. Now, if you have a gluten sensitivity, like two of my kids have gluten sensitivities. One of them is like really has a problem with gluten. She just gets swollen, so she just feels like shit, like bad stomach aches.
Yeah.
If you do that, it's gluten-free pasta is better because they can eat gluten-free pasta and they don't have any problems. But it's also, what's interesting is, and many people talk about this, when you go to Italy and you eat pasta over there, you don't have the same reaction because they don't have the same bread. They don't have the same wheat. They have heirloom wheat. So their wheat has never been genetically modified. They have the same wheat they've had for hundreds of years. So when you eat bread and pasta, it's not the best thing in the world for you, but it does not have the same effect on your body. I don't have this overwhelming feeling of like inflammation and grossness that I have when I eat American pasta. Because American pasta, what they've done is modify the wheat for higher yield with smaller
So you're
ground.
saying you don't love your country?
That's what I'm saying.
No, but it's like, why? But we could go around so many different things. And I'm not talking about, in World War II, they had to, they had to make cheese slices in a large quantity so that they can give them to all the soldiers. That's why we have sliced American cheese and stuff like that. But like, why does it seem with every food item that America is kind of, you know,
the worst.
By the way, if Americans care about money, it's like you're going to pay at the end. You know, like, you know,
but not
it's
the
like,
same people pay. The same people don't pay at the end. So it's all money. It's all money. There's higher yield. It's more money.
But we're going to have to pay for medical costs.
Right, but they're not paying. Other people are paying.
Okay.
So the people that are involved in the industry that makes wheat, makes corn, makes these different things, all they're thinking about is maximizing profits. So in the pursuit of maximizing profits, they create an item that's worse for your health. And they don't care. So it's up to you. So as long as there's other options, as long as other options are readily available, it's up to you to decide to only eat things that aren't modified and aren't bad for you and aren't filled with pesticides, eating organic, eating healthier stuff. But if it's a corporation's obligation is to their shareholders.
Yeah.
So they have to continue to make more money, and they make decisions that would maximize profit. And in doing so, a lot of times they're making a product that's worse for your health than the original product. But it lasts on the shelf longer. You get higher yield for acreage. And that's what they do. It's all money. Now, there's certain people that have recognized that and have changed their farms. Like I had Will Harris from White Oaks Pastures on the podcast, a fascinating guy. And he had an industrial farm that his family was running forever. And over the course of 20 years, converted it to a regenerative farm and a natural farm where it's all organic and no pesticides, no herbicides. When they have a problem with like some sort of invasive insect, they bring in another insect that kills those insects.
That's not the guy who did Biggest Little Farm documentary. That's an amazing.
Is that Joel Salatin? Is Joel Salatin the Biggest Little Farm? That's a guy from Polyface Farms who's also a regenerative agricultural expert who I've also had on the podcast.
Because this guy who did this, I think he was like a DP, and his wife, they lived in LA, but it's, by the way, it's really fascinating because that's the whole thing of like, okay, you've got a snail problem, buy some ducks and let the ducks in there.
Yes.
You've got you've got a wolf problem. Well, don't kill the wolves, because if you don't kill the wolves, then you're going to have all these gophers. You know what I mean? So it's like it's full circle of life thing on the farm.
Yeah.